What's up, everybody? Marhan13 here. Today, we're about to be doing Loud 10. Also, I hope you guys know, if I talk in, perspective, I'm saying it excuse me. I just drank a pop and ate some snacks. I didn't eat breakfast this morning. Alright. Excuse me again, Jesus Christ. Alright, so basically, shit, I almost fell. Alright, so basically, Loud 10. You know what's good. Let's get this shit started. Oh yeah, but I am going to be talking the perspectives of the others, so link. Also, if you see new faces like OC characters, I will explain them. Just imagine how the screen would go black and white, and it just starts giving details of the character, which I'm going to be saying since you can't see that. Alright, so, I'll say when I switch POV, point of view, if you don't know, from either Lincoln, the main character, or basically me. Alright, so, we're starting off in my POV. Alright, so, we see 4 different children walking down a street, and, alright, so, we see 4 children walking down the street. We identify 2 of them, Lincoln Loud and Clyde McBride. The other 2 are 2 girls that we don't know about. We're switching POV now. Alright, so the first girl, long brown hair, she's wearing somewhat of a beret. Her clothes consist of a black jacket, blue jeans, and a white shirt. This is Chloe, since she doesn't have an actual name and actual last name. We're gonna give her one. Alright, so this is Chloe Emily. And then we switch to the other girl, who's completely new to the town, hasn't been seeing the series. Now, I hope you know that Chloe is an OC. This is more like she's been in an episode Brave the Last Dance. If you're wondering why I'm writing and it's not with them, it's because her and actually no, I'll let Lincoln explain that after we. So another girl is Emily Rose. You can just find her by her signature hair that has a somewhat blonde, has a mixture of blonde bright hair with a mixture of red and blue hints in it. Her outfit consists of a green jacket, a blue and white long sleeve cap shirt. She's wearing black pants. And she has a necklace around her neck. Also, she's rich. One of the rich families, Royal Woods. And Royal Woods' population has, Royal Woods' crime rate has significantly increased over time. Alright, so now we're switching to Lincoln's POV. Hey, the name's Lincoln Loud, Lincoln said. You probably already got from the narrator who these 2 are. If I'm being honest, I kind of have a crush on Emily. He says this as he looks at the screen and says, what about, and don't you dare say, what about writing in? Basically, if you want to know, again, this is still Lincoln's POV. We basically had a falling out, which ended with us breaking up, and we really haven't talked since. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's switch. So, now that we got that out of the way, hey Clyde, said Lincoln, yeah? What are we gonna do? This is our last week of summer, Lincoln says. We haven't done anything except hang out. I know. Lincoln said as we switched to Clyde's POV. As we switched to Clyde, as he said, yeah. Clyde said. Then we switched back to Lincoln. He says, if you're wondering why we have this stuff on, it's because we're going camping. Last week of summer, you know. Yeah, let's. So we time skip. Hold up, I need to grab my stuff. Alright, so as we time skip, it's currently nightfall. And you're wondering, wait, if Emily's rich, why is she out with... It's because, she asked... Now we're switching back to my POV, I mind you. If you're asking why is she rich, like, if she's rich and she doesn't have bodyguards, or how does she know everyone else? It's because she asked to go to a normal school for kids instead of a, like, high-rich school. And this was the only school since there's no schools like that in the woods. Alright, so we switch back to... Alright, so as we see any firewood, as we switch to... Emily says, we need more firewood. And, they draw a straw. Alright, so then they draw straws with Lincoln getting the shortest one, meaning that he has to go get... Oh my god. We'll just walk by. So Lincoln goes... So, we see Lincoln going to get, I did not notice I clicked that, sorry guys. As we see Lincoln going to get firewood, and as he's coming back with it, we hear Lincoln say, man, I hate that I have to get stuck with stupid firewood. And during this time, Lincoln looks up and sees a shooting. Lincoln looks up and he says, sorry guys that I'm pausing. Someone is coming by me. I don't want to seem like I'm here. I'm not getting over there. Alright, so what did it say again on the script? Oh yeah, sorry that I'm I'll probably cut these parts out with weird stops because people are passing by where I am and I don't want to look like I'm crazy. So yeah. Basically, Lincoln sees a shooting star, which as we know from Omniverse, it comes crashing down at him. But as we know from Omniverse, Ben 10, that's not the only reason that it hits. As Lincoln sees the shooting star, he says, "Oh shit!" and he moves, like jumps out the way before it could actually crash into him. As we then see Lincoln getting up, dirt on his face, wiping it off. As he wants to check it out, so he goes to that and he sees a pod. This is a broken satellite or something, Lincoln says. Until it opens, which is that like a broken satellite? Until it opens and actually shows a watch, a black and bulky green hue. It's a glowing green, and yeah, that. As Lincoln was about to go get the others, he falls down in a hole with the ground shaking below him. As we all know, if you watch Omniverse, you know who this is, and you will learn who this is later in the future. Alright, so Lincoln falls. He says, "Ah, Jesus Christ." We're still talking to Lincoln as he says, "Bloody hell," that he fell. Alright, so then we see. Alright, so Lincoln starts to actually approach the pod. Probably wanting it. Lincoln saying this, to probably take this to Lisa, see what it is. But considering that she's the smartest besides me and our family, this is the best course of option. As he tries to reach out for it, only to grab onto his left wrist, binding with his DNA. And as Lincoln tries to shake it off. He grabs a stick and tries to smack it off until Lincoln gets too done with it. And then Lincoln sees the button on it. And Lincoln, what could go wrong? Remember, this is the last week of summer, so it's the last week of summer. I got nothing better to do. So what could go wrong? As Lincoln presses the button, with a green glow popping out, and with Lincoln seeing the silhouette of a familiar fire alien. As we didn't see Lincoln press down. Should I not press down? Now we're switching back to Lincoln's POV if you didn't know. Should I not press down? You know, it's probably a bad idea, but I got nothing. Again, last week of summer, I got nothing better to do. As Lincoln presses it down with his finger. Oh my god, why are there so many people riding through this bitch? No, a parking lot probably wasn't the best place to come and record this video. As Lincoln presses down on the Omnitrix on the watch, as we see Cole starting to expand on her head with Lincoln screaming. Ah! Look, man, I can't do a nice scream. I'm not an 11-year-old. I'm not an 11-year-old. I can't do an 11-year-old scream. More or less sound like me trying to... Look, man, I can't do a 11-year-old scream. Not 11. I'm getting nearly 15. And then as Lincoln opens his eyes, he says, I'm on fire! As he tries to stop, drop, and roll, but it doesn't work. And then Lincoln realizes, hey, it doesn't hurt. And I'm on fire. I wonder what I can do. As he blasts a tree, he says, cool. Now, Lincoln, as you just heard, Lincoln is the second smartest in the Loud House, but be honest, if any of them got this power, if any of them got the watch besides Lisa, they most likely, or if they chose a different alien, we don't know what they'll do to the forest, but most of them would burn it down. Oh shit, I didn't mean it. No. Yeah, but the forest starts burning down, and Lincoln's honest reaction is, oh shit, I didn't mean to stop, as he tries to stomp it out until he realizes that he keeps making it worse since his foot is magma. And he's like, oh no. And then we see Emily coming for Lincoln. Then we hear Emily calling Lincoln's name out. Lincoln, where are you? As Emily then sees Lincoln, as he blasts, I mind you. And Emily's like, ah! Again, I'm not a female either. Again, also still not an 11-year-old, so I can't really time a scream. Just, I don't know, once you get to this part, look it up. I don't know. I guess once you get to this part, just look up a 10, 11-year-old screaming and a 11-year-old female screaming. Because I can't time screams. Unless they're like actually, as she tries to run away with Lincoln saying, Emily. Now, I hope you know that since Emily's parents are rich, they gave her everything they need just in case what they need. So, yes, they have a fire hydrant. She has a fire hydrant as she sprays the shit out of Lincoln with it. What'd you do it, Lincoln, you monster? Emily. Alright, so then we switch back to Lincoln. Emily, I'm not a monster. Jesus Christ, it's me. With her saying, huh? It's me, Lincoln. You know, so Emily says, if you're really Lincoln, then tell me only something Lincoln would know about me. The fact that you pee drip. now Lincoln says it's the fact that you really don't like being rich and you asked your parents to come to Royal Woods instead of them moving. With Emily saying, Lincoln, well, thank God it's you. Then she asks, wait, how the hell are you on fire? With Lincoln saying, I don't know. I thought this was I thought a shooting star, which actually turned out to be some sort of satellite, came down, nearly hit me. Nearly hit me. But it turned out there was a watch inside it. I stuck onto my wrist. I tried to get it off. But after a while, I pressed the button on it. There was a button on it. I transformed into this thing. And I accidentally set the forest on fire. As the robots actually, with Emily saying, wait. Now, Emily's smart, too. Like, for her IQ is somewhere between 100 and 120. Yes, some of the kids are smarter than full adults, but it's been shown that Lincoln is smarter than most people around him, except for Lisa. So, yeah, some of them are. And she comes up with the idea of Lincoln setting another fire. In Emily's words, she says, create another fire. You should have known this already, Lincoln. But create another fire and they'll burn each other out. Fighting fire with fire. I get it, Lincoln said. As he starts to create more fire, and then they get... And then Chloe and Clyde come. Yo, what the... Emily, get away from that thing. They both say, and Emily says, guys, it's Lincoln. Wait, what? Lincoln, who had that? Now, I hope you know that Clyde and Emily are dating in this story before. No, not Clyde and Chloe. God damn, how did I f that up? Are already dating, I mind you. With Lincoln saying, with Clyde asking Lincoln, who did I have a crush on before I met Chloe and started to date her? Lincoln says, Lori, my sister. Lincoln, it is you. As they hear a weird beat, as they get out the forest, definitely. So, are you just like a monster forever? So Lincoln and Emily, now Clyde actually looks a bit that was Chloe asking Lincoln if you're some sort of monster forever, with Clyde looking a little bit unhinged and nervous. And then Lincoln saying, I don't know, I guess, until they hear a beeping sound, which we all know is too familiar. Beep, beep. As Lincoln turns back to normal. Oh, looks like he needs some sort of... With Lincoln coming, remember Lincoln's smart. She's the smartest one she's the second smartest in the family besides Lisa, I mind you. So he figures out that this must need some sort of charging. With Lincoln being like, so I don't think I was a monster, more like an alien. It did come from space, Clyde. The watch did come from space, Clyde. Wow, well, yeah, well, aliens exist now. Great. With Clyde looking a little bit nervous at the fact that aliens exist. You probably don't get where I'm going with the story, but some of you probably should if you know who Kevin 11 is. So, yeah, Lincoln they sit there talking about the watch. With Lincoln, with it then charging up, with Lincoln circle. I'm gonna transform again, Lincoln, no. Yeah, I'm still going to, Emily. You can't stop me on this one. As Lincoln hits the watch, in the classic way, Ben slams down the face plate on the Omnitrix. Lincoln transforms into Wild Mutt. You know how what Wild Mutt's transformation sequence looks like. He transforms into Wild Mutt, bro. As he roars, with Clyde asking, "Can you talk? Where are you guys?" Lincoln's just straight up yelling again, which means Clyde had to know. And then, wanna know something? Lincoln picks up Lincoln grabs Emily and throws her on his back and gets the view. Lincoln, no! As Lincoln and Chloe rush off. I mean, oh my God, Emily, Jesus Christ! Like, keep confusing them. As they're gone, and them jets, film. Yeah. So, eventually the alien robots come we see Vilgax up in the air. As we see, drone saying, Master Vilgax, the Omnitrix has been retrieved by a human, has been retrieved by a human, and it's the fact that he's activated again with Vilgax in his tank say, send drones. As they do, and drones start to pop up around Lincoln and Emily. So Lincoln destroys them, which is awesome to Emily until he times out. The drone's about to come and hit Lincoln. A metal fist comes out of nowhere and destroys one. And Lincoln like, wait, hold up. Now this person is covered entirely in metal until he turns back to normal, and it's revealed Clyde. Clyde? Lincoln says, yeah, it's me. Dude, you have superpowers? No, I don't think it's super. I was born with this. I think, you know that my dad's, you do realize that my dad, I am biologically related to my dad's, but there's someone else in there. Most likely my surrogate mother, you know, the one who birthed me, since, you know, dudes can't have children. It's physically impossible. I get it now. So, you think of your birth. So, it must mean that I'm an alien, I guess. I came to this conclusion a while ago, a few months after I was. So, what you're saying is that your Earth mom was an alien, right? Yup. Like, why did I say? Your surrogate mother is an alien, right? Yeah, that's what. Yep, Lincoln. So, then, Clyde says that those alien drones were definitely here after the watch. Oh yeah, Clyde, I noticed that. The way that they nearly shot me for it. We're being smart. It's not the time. Emily, you good? The robots didn't hurt Emily in general, but they did shock her with her saying, yeah. Hope you know that Chloe knew about this. Like, she just knew about the whole alien thing. Clyde, because you're dating and Clyde didn't want to hide anything. I hope you know that episode soon, most likely coming out today, since I'm having really fun with this. So, they run and they're about to set up camp until, you know, the giant robot comes down. Lincoln saying, oh my God. Clyde, we have to go help. What do you mean go help? They're after here for this watch, and those people are gonna get hurt because of me. I'm not gonna sit here and do nothing. Now, you have the power to help. So I'm asking you, will you help me? With Clyde saying, of course, dude. Clinking McCown. However the fuck you say that weird kid. Let's go. With the girls following Lincoln and Clyde. With Emily and Chloe asking what they're gonna do. With Lincoln activating the, we're gonna do what's good. As Lincoln switched to a diamond silhouette. It's hero time. As Lincoln hits the watch and turns into Diamond Head. Also, they still have the original clothes from the original series, since I can't see some of them wearing, orange, but I can definitely see Upgrade being orange. That would be something interesting. But yeah, so then, alright, so then Clyde says, hey Lincoln, I want to try something. You're literally made of diamonds, right? Yeah. Lincoln in Diamond Head's voice as Clyde touches Lincoln and starts to absorb it. Ooh, cool. Alright, Lincoln, after this is done, you gotta leave a shard so I can always use this in case we ever get screwed over by something. Deal? Bet. Let's go. Alright, bro, let's go. As they rush off to the robot, saving people in the process, getting grabbed, and now it shoots an energy beam at both of them. With the girls, with Chloe and Emily screaming in Clyde's name, only for them to shape-shift their arms into shields and shoot it back at the thing, with him saying, "What goes around comes around, you tin cannon," as its own energy being cuts in half. I think I might just do episode 2 here, and I think I might have them both in this 2 episodes here. As it cuts them in half, boom, the robot blows. And then they say, and then the girl says, "What?" Lincoln, until they realize, and they say, diamond-headed guy and armored dude. You know, not to give his vision away. As they run away, hit them jets, you know, gone. And then Lincoln times out and Clyde releases his powers on his body, I guess. With Emily and Chloe coming by them. You guys did great. Alright, Clyde, we definitely have to be superheroes after that one. Of course we do. We get to fight them. Since I hope, Lincoln and Clyde haven't been liking what they heard on the news about people getting mugged, shot, killed. All that jazzy bad stuff. And now Lincoln and Clyde also want to do this. While, as they say this, they look at Emily and Chloe. And it's obvious they want to keep them safe no matter what. Remember, Lincoln likes Emily, the same thing with her. And Clyde and Chloe are dating. So, yeah. Kind of comes out of giving, wanting to protect them. And then, alright, so guys, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make episode 2 in this. I'll give like a preview of episode 2 and like half of it. Then I'll finish the other half in episodes 3 and 4, the next part when my phone's done charging. But let's finish this and hopefully get into a shorter episode 2. Alright, so Lincoln and Clyde agree to this. And yeah, but Clyde, you have to have also I think we're gonna call the three-eyed the fire one Heat Blast, the diamond one Diamond Head, and the dog Wild Mutt. That would be awesome. You're right, that would. Wait, why do you need nicknames? Clyde, does it look like I'm gonna let people call me Lincoln out? Like, you do realize how dangerous and you need a nickname. So how about Kevin 11? That sounds good to you? Sure, why not? Yeah. Alright, so now that we got that out the way, alright, girls, we cannot tell anyone about this. Oh yeah, if your parents ask you what happened, tell them that we ran away, but we came back at the end of it. Clyde, you gonna take one of those shards? Yeah. As Clyde picks up, since Lincoln in Diamond Head mode, there's shot a shard under the ground for Clyde to pick up. Yeah, thanks, Lincoln. This is gonna come in handy a lot. Alright, so we're definitely testing these aliens out tomorrow, right? Yes. Alright, we finally get to be superheroes, Clyde. I know, this is what we always dreamed of. With Emily and Chloe saying, "Boys, let's go." As they all go, with Lincoln actually walking. Since we both know that we can protect each other, and I should just, as Clyde gets what Lincoln's trying to do. I'll walk Chloe home. You walk Emily home. That sounds good? Yeah, Lincoln says. As Lincoln actually stops Emily and asks. Well, basically, he says that he likes. All right. So Lincoln stops him and he says, "Oh shit! Almost fell. Oh shit!" Lincoln stops by Emily and says, "Emily, before I get you, since they're like a block away from Emily's house, Emily, before we take, I have something to say. I've liked you for the entire year that you've been at school, and I just wanted to know it's okay if you turn me down. We'll still be friends, hopefully." As Lincoln starts to ramble on until Emily shuts him up by kissing him. "I love you too, you idiot. Now come on, let's walk me home," Emily says. Lincoln says, "Yeah." As we can see him red. Almost as red as heat blast fire. As he walks Emily home, and then he goes home. Now, here's where we get meet to Lincoln's sisters. We all know them. And Lincoln actually goes to it. And Lincoln says, "Guys, I'm back." Lincoln, as they all say, hugging Lincoln because basically, you know what happened. Now, yeah, basically hugging Lincoln because they were scared he got hurt. And Lincoln says, "No, we're all fine. We're all safe, I promise." And, also, me and Emily are kind of dating now. And they all say, "What?" As the girls squeal and Lindsay just starts to cry. He's proud of his son, you know. Alright, so, sorry guys, I'm going to sleep. Well, Lynn Jr.'s not here yet. Well, Lynn Jr. isn't the only one that, since she thinks, as Lincoln goes to sleep, and then Lincoln gets up. So Lincoln goes to sleep. We skip to the next day. And, yeah, Lincoln goes downstairs, eats, before Lincoln says she's about to go. But, before Lincoln goes, Lenny stops him and says, "Linky, I actually made you something. It's a jacket. Now, you know what Ben wore in Omniverse, like that jacket with the 10 on it? Just imagine that, except it's like kind of green and orange. Those are Lincoln's. Oh, also Lincoln's eyes are green. The same with Emily. Chloe's are blue. Clyde's are black." So yeah, as we see him, as Lincoln puts his on, it stinks. Also, Lincoln has long hair. I hope you know that thing you commonly see through my webs is that Lincoln's going to have long hair. Since a long-haired white, since if you have long hair and if you have long white hair in anime, you're a badass. Or if you have white hair in general, Kakashi. And if you say you don't let me get Kakashi and Kaneki on your ass. They will get you. Alright, so we skip to the next. Alright, so before Lincoln leaves, he says, "Lincoln, what exactly did happen?" Well, since they just wanted to make sure Lincoln wasn't there watching it, but Lincoln saying, as they see Diamond Head on screen, and the Diamond dude, Diamond Head and Clyde on the screen. But Clyde covered in Diamond Head's, like a Diamond Head crystals, so they don't actually see his face. But yeah, and Lynn calls Lincoln a wuss for. Lincoln says that the guy out there right after they heard the explosion, with Lynn saying wuss, which pisses Lincoln off, obviously. So Lincoln, sorry. So Lincoln then does leave. He says he's gonna go meet up with Emily and the rest, which are Clyde and Chloe. Emily, Clyde, and Chloe. Ooh, you're gonna get kissed. Shut up. Before they can even finish the sentence, Lincoln says, "Shut up." Don't even start. So Lincoln then goes outside, kind of tick off at Lynn, Junior, LJ. Lincoln claws everybody and tells them to meet up at that abandoned junkyard that conveniently has a building. So yeah, conveniently has a building, As Lincoln goes inside there, now, this is all, sumo symbolers does exist in this universe. So yeah, sumo symbolers does exist in this universe. And this is one of the abandoned factories. Like, this is one of the old factories that no one uses anymore. That has vintage games in here. Like, the originals that can still be put on it. So, yeah, Lincoln wanted to test out all the aliens. Alright, guys, my phone's on 2%. Kind of have to use the restroom, so, yeah, I'll start episode 2, in a few minutes. Alright.